Hello everyone, my name is Tomco and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this awesome AFK tree farm design here behind me. Now this tree farm does have to have 2 players for it to work AFK, I believe, and there's a player standing here and a player standing here as well. So that just means you have to have 2, or if you don't want to go AFK and you just want to use it as an awesome, very efficient tree farm, then you can also just have 1 player and do it that way. But anyway, without further ado, let me just show you this thing working and then I'll crack on with the tutorial. So as you can see, I have my second account here. You can see in the right hand side of the screen, and he's going to be destroying the wood for me, and I am going to be planting the wood. So I flick the lever on and I just stand here, so I wait for the tree to grow, and then if you were to look, as you can see, all of the leaves would be, then on my secondary account I would be destroying it, and here we go. So I'd hold that down on the left and destroy it on the right, so it's just a continuous loop of me destroying the wood and getting the saplings, and I also get the saplings back after they have been dropped as well, which is pretty neat. So as you can see, this is just AFKable. I'm constantly getting tons of wood. They're either going to go in the inventory of the 2 people, or if they miss it then they'll go in the chest. So let me just come on to the front here, and this is about 40 minutes of me AFKing. As you can see, we get tons upon tons of wood, which is very nice and useful. So without further ado, let's get into building this thing. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to find a spot to place your lever. I'm just going to build it 2 blocks above the ground here. So, and then you want to place a lever on top of that block there. Then you want to come round to the side and you want to place a redstone dust there with a sticky piston there and a sticky piston up like so. Then on the front of the sticky piston here you want to place a hopper going into a block like so, and then for this one you want to place another hopper like so. So then what you want to come ahead and do is you want to place a redstone torch to the side of that one there with a block on top of that. Now let me just get myself some repeaters out of the good old creative inventory, and you want to place a redstone repeater going out of the block and make sure that that is on like so. Then come around to the other side, place a redstone torch and that block with a block to the side of that and a redstone dust on top of that. Then on top of the sticky piston you want to place a hopper like so. So then what you want to go ahead and do is place a block on top of that hopper and a piece of dirt on top there. Now flip this lever and you want to come around over to here. You want to place not a dispenser, let me just go and get a dropper. There we go, and you want to place a dropper like so going there, and behind that you want to place a piston. There we go, and then underneath here you want to place a repeater going into that, and then 2 blocks like so. The redstone dust there and the block, and you want to get yourself an observer like so. There we go, and then place an observer block. So what you want to do for now is just go ahead and lock this and also lock this like so, to stop that from constantly shaking, as it will get pretty annoying, I do imagine. So you want to place 2 droppers facing up, there we go, and 1 facing into here. So this is where the trees are gonna eventually be when they are growing. Then you want to come out and place a hopper going into this block like so. Place one going into this, with 2 repeaters on the top going into that dropper. So then what you want to come ahead and do is place a hopper going into that dropper and a chest like so. Then what you want to come ahead and do is place a hopper there, a hopper there like so, a chest there and there, oopsies, a chest there, and then 2 chests on top of that, with, I can place it 2 chests on top of that, and then a hopper, 2 chests, another hopper, and 2 more chests. Okay, so then what you want to come ahead and do is just place a sticky piston behind that, like so. Then you want to go ahead and place a hopper there, a hopper there, a hopper there, and then a hopper there, a hopper there, a hopper there, there. You can see what I'm doing is literally placing hoppers going around and eventually going into that dispenser on the other side, like so. And one there, one there, one there, and one there. Okay, so then what you want to do is place a extra hopper there, an extra hopper there, an extra hopper there which we have already placed, and an extra hopper there. Now that is your hopper setup for the main sapling collection system, so it should look a bit like this from the top so far. Okay, so now what you want to come ahead and do is get a non-stickable block, which is a block that doesn't stick to slime blocks. I'm just using terracotta, and you want to place a slime block there, one there, and one there, with trapdoors on all these faces. This will also work with honey blocks once they are officially in the game. And you want to do this on all these sides, so once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then come over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And once again, on all these trap doors, and then on the final side here, 1, 2, 3, and a 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 trapdoors, so it should look a bit like this. Okay, so going back to this, I did make a little mistake, and you just need one more slime block on the top of these, which means one more trapdoor to the side. I do apologise about that. I just simply completely forgot about this. So you just need to add one more on the side, like so. Okay, so then what you want to go ahead and do is come down to behind these slime blocks here and place 3 sticky pistons like so, and do these on all 4 sides. So there's one, there is another, here's the third one, 1, 2, 3, destroy that block, and here is the 4th one, the final one, 1, 2, and 3. Just destroy the block under that piston there, and like so. So now it should be looking a bit like this from the top. Okay, so what you want to go ahead and do now is come round the bottom over here, and you want to place a block up from this repeater here, a bit of redstone dust onto that block, a redstone touch like so, and then a sticky piston right next to that torch with an observer facing downwards, then another one on top with a block up. So now, as you can see, that dropper is firing, but as you can see, it is on, which means it is doing what it's doing. And then if I have to turn it off, as you can see, it stops. And what should have happened as well is that piston will eventually move this dropper backwards, completely turning it off. So yeah, okay. So what you want to go ahead and do now is place a comparator like so, with the repeater set to 4 ticks on that. Get yourself another terracotta block or whatever you're using and place one up from that. Grab yourself a sticky piston, place it like so with an observer on the front of it facing that direction, and then a block down, then like a U shape here with a repeater set to 4 ticks on. 2 blocks like so. Place resonance on both of those, like so. Let me just destroy that for now. So once again, I did make a small little mistake. You want to move those 2 redstone dust in front of that and place a third one. Then make a platform like this. A comparative facing that way, comparative facing that way. A block up in front of that, and then to the side of that you want to place a redstone dust like so, and then also pistons like so there, and a repeater set to 4 ticks going into that, and a redstone dust on top of that block there. Okay, so now what you want to go ahead and do is grab yourself a sticky piston, place a block up from this 4 ticks repeater like so, and place that sticky piston there. Then you want to come and place a block there with an observer there, a block there, an observer in front of that sticky piston, and destroy that block, and also that block, and also place 2 observers there. Destroy this hopper for now. Then just replace that hopper there like so. Okay, so now what you want to come and do is you want to place 3 blocks like so, so 1, 2 and 3 1. Then you want to place 2 double chests like so, a hopper behind one of these double chests, and another double chest. Behind that you can destroy these temporary blocks here, as we'll no longer need them. Then you want to do is place a couple of hoppers, 3 hoppers behind that chest like so, and you want to place a double chest up here. Now that's going to go into, and then place another double chest there, a hopper like so, and then what you want to go ahead and do is place a block there and 2 hoppers like so, and then another hopper into that hopper like so, and then just link this chain of hoppers to that double chest there like so. Okay, so now what you want to come ahead and do is come round to this side, place a block up with a redstone torch on top of that, and then like so. Then place redstone along these 3 blocks here, connecting into that what's it called, sticky piston. And then on the other side here you want to place a piston facing towards that block there. So now if I were to flip this lever, everything turns on, you should start hitting clicking, and if I turn it off, let me need to unlock this. As you can see, that should start constantly doing its thing over there. So now if I do this, it locks. I have to do this and I can get up onto this hopper like so. And I can flick this to get up to the second layer, and if I wanted to go back down, just go over here and flick that like so. Okay, so now what you want to come and do is come to one of these 4 different slime blocks, and you want to place like a U shape like so, with a 4-tick repeater. Then on the other side here you want to place 3 more blocks going in a diagonal with redstone dust along all of these, but make sure that you cut them off like so. Then you want a 2-tick delay repeater going into that, and another 2-tick repeater going into a block, which is going to be here. Then you want to just create a torch tower like so. So now if I were to get myself a lever, which I already have, and if I were to place some blocks, one there and one there. Now if I activate this, as you can see that activates, and if you want to unactivate it, as you can see it goes back, it retracts itself. So what you want to go ahead and do is you want to place this on all 4 corners like so. So for the third one here, it is a little bit different, as you want to place a block there instead of a repeater going into that block, and then just carry on with the normal. So 2 ticks here and then into the torch tower like so. So instead of a 2-tick repeater being where the chest should be, it is just a bit of redstone dust next to it instead, and then as normal just place in the blocks like so. So I just have the 4th one to do now. So what you want to do is you want to place a repeater next to that piece of redstone dust there like so, and then a block up there with 2 blocks like so, and also a block there. Now you want to take this all the way around, and where there's a redstone torch you want to dip it down, so then it does not get activated accidentally, because that will not be good. Then just link it up to the next one like so. There we go. And then you want to do the same for this side like so. Tuck it down where it gets to that one. It looks like I've destroyed this, so let me just repair that for a minute. There we go. And then I'm going to repeat it back like so. Tuck down the redstone, come back up, go around, link it to that one like so. And place a repeater there, a block there, oopsies, and a repeater there, and duck the redstone down once again like so, and finish up connecting all of that. Now what you want to go ahead and do is come round to this side, and you want to place a block there on top of that sticky piston on an L shape like so, with a block up and a torch like so. Then 2 redstone torches, a block up, and then this is going to be coming off this bit of redstone here, so just place a 4-tick and a block up with an LD observer on like so. Okay, so now what you just go ahead and do is place a 4-tick repeater there, piece of redstone dust on top of that block, another piece of redstone dust next to it, a block, and then 2 blocks with repeaters, one set to 4 ticks and 1 tick on. Then what you want to do is the test go. So once you flick that lever, that should be going on like so. And if I were to place a block there, actually what you need to do is you want to put some bone meal into these chests. Now you can fill them up to max, so you don't have to, or you can just fill it for a bit if you only want to do a bit of AFKing or you can just fill it straight into this dispenser here. But no matter what, actually I have made a massive mistake there, and that actually has to be a dispenser. So yeah, I do apologise about that. Let me just replace that for dispenser and then place in, and there we go, now that fixes itself. So what you want to do is just place a block in front of this, and now this should activate all those things like so, which it does. There we go, and it should be doing that. Then as soon as you destroy this block, they should get pulled back in, which is done. So now that it, you know it does work and it does that, you can just fill in all these gaps here like so, and just make sure that none of them are being exposed, otherwise the saplings will fly out everywhere instead of going straight into your inventory, which you want, otherwise that is not good. So let me just go ahead and do this. So once you've filled in the walls, you just want to go over the whole top one more time, like so. There we go. Then you want to find the centre of this, which is above the dirt, and you want to place a half slab on it, so then it's just 2 blocks and 1 up from the overall size, and that should be everything done. So that should be everything done now. Anyway, that is all from me, and I will hope to see you all later. Please be sure to subscribe if you found this video helpful, and also give it a thumbs up. Anyway, this is Tomco, and I am out, and I hope to see you all very, very soon.